warm welcome to my page and let you know this is the first video for my makeup. Right now I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and I hope you enjoy. First off, we are going to start with eyes. I like to do my eyes first because I kind of give myself a bit more benefit of the doubt, but when I am in a hurry with kids and life, I tend to forget that, I might get a little fallout and then all of a sudden I've got stuff on my face. So what I'm doing right now is using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and that is what this is. I like to use little samples until I find something I really like. And I'm going to use the Beauty Killer palette by Jeffree Star. And I'm just gonna use one of my big fluffy brushes just to put a vanilla China White is the name, all over the lid. And then I'm going to use, that's the China White, and that's Courtney right there in like a very neutral tone. And this will be so quick, you're gonna be like, oh, are we done? Because this is like run out the door, I have 2 seconds of time. And then we'll get into details more and more throughout my videos. Just take that same white fluffy brush and just kind of go back through. Now we're gonna take that same crease brush and go into Vanity and a little bit of Confession, just to give it some warmth, and just go into the brow bone like that. And there you go. Of course, I'm gonna make the weird face. This gold color here, I will leave the name so I don't have to say it on here. Using your fingers, go all over the lid. I like to use my fingers on the lid because when you use glitters or any kind of sparkle, it just presses it into the skin better for me. And I think you've seen a couple of people doing it that way, but everybody's preference is different. My fingers are clean and my skin is, good. So on the inner corner, I am gonna use a little bit more of a shimmer, and I have my own brands or different collage of brands here, which I will name below. Just pop it into the inner corner like that. And then I just kind of take the brush and lightly go over this. Now you can leave it like this, or you can do a little bit more to it by adding like more definition, which we can get into soon. I have washed, moisturized, and now I have primed my face with the Luxe Skincare, I don't know if you can see this, the Infallible, however you say it, in Pro Glow, just to give me a little bit of a dewy look. There's that right there, the L'Oreal Pro Glow. And I'm just using something simple today because I'm not going to go out and I don't want to put anything heavy on the skin. So I'm just getting the main areas. I don't like using a whole lot of foundation on my skin because I love my freckles and I like the way that they look. So I don't like to cover them up 100%. But I do like this because it's just a very light tinted moisturizer in there. Or it feels like that. And now, to give my eyebrows a little more definition, I am going to use the Be Bright Concealer. That's what it looks like. Put a little bit on my hand. And then using a flat brush, I am going to do it under the eyebrows. Don't worry, we're gonna be doing our eyebrows. I do it different ways depending on the makeup and the style. I just want to kind of get this on there so it gives it a barrier. And then I'll kind of go back through and like define them. And I like to just take my finger. I know it's like a lot, but I just take my finger and run it like that. If you want to like go back in and blend, buff, whichever way, I just usually take that vanilla that we use from the Jeffree Star palette and China White and just go over it like that. And the reason why I do it like this is because if I do my brows first, then they're just gonna get a bunch of this on. Now to brows, I'm using the Anastasia Ebony cream. We'll get into brushes another video as well. And just go in and fill your brows the way you like, because everybody is so different. Today I'm just gonna make it look very natural here. And then what I do is just take a clean finger and just run it across the top. I keep reminding everyone, this is not something I would do on a client. This is something I would do on myself if I was running to the grocery store, or if I was running around the house, like just trying to look good in a meeting or a Zoom call or something like that. And then you can just kind of take your little concealer brush again and just kind of add a little bit more lightness underneath to clean the line. I have used my Bad Gal Bang Benefit Eye Mascara. I just figured y'all would just, I mean, you know how to put mascara on, so I just went ahead and did it. And now I'm using the Inglot liner, and I'm going in with a very small brush and just doing the outside, just because I don't want it to be too much. I'm just doing a natural look, just giving myself a teeny little corner triangle wing, just to give it a little more definition on the side. If I'm like worried that it's a little off, I like to just take a little bitty bit of like a darker color and do it just on the outer side. So I'll do this Black Rainbow, let's stay in the same palette. This is like a darker black, and I'll take a little bit of that Vanity, which is like the brown, and I just take my brush and just push up and give it a little pop of like dark. If I want to go a little bit like, oh gosh, I messed up, which these look great and even, but just to give you guys like a little bit of a, hey, I need help. What if I messed up on it? Or what if I'm not good at liner? You know, and it really does help. And then all you have to do after you make these little checks, right? Just do these little places. You get your same fluffy brush, which this one's the Sephora brush. I love this brush so much. And you just kind of buff it in a circle until you can't see any harsh lines. Now you can take the excess, and I like to kind of squint my eyes like this and go underneath with like very little on there because you don't want fallout. And then we're gonna go straight into the Laura Mercier powder and get that powder on, girlfriend. So let's get that on. Take a fluffy brush. Very lightly. Don't overdo your face with powder unless you need it. We'll go into different types of skin and what different types of skin needs. See, I don't really like a lot of powder or face makeup, and I might even have a little redness on my face even afterwards, but because I like to show my freckles, that's just gonna be that way because I don't do full coverage. So next we're going to do I'm gonna do a little bit of the Cool Tones, which this is Anastasia right here. You can get it at a 3, 4, I think it's either a 6 or 4 pack. I'll put a link. But I just kind of like swirl it around, get it up in the corner. Do it as big as your ear and then go down in a V. We'll get into contouring too. Now I'm going a little heavy so you can see it on here, and I like to go up here, under the chin, under the jawline with the excess, down, boop, boop. Now I don't like to go right here because I like my cheekbones to look lifted. And then I'll take a little fluffy brush like this, tiny one, and use a little bit of a weird color. It's gonna be a gray. And then I take a little bit of that cool brown, going right here and right here. And then just give yourself a little bit of V right here. And that is it for me. I mean, this is not a big go out on the town look, so everybody, like I said, is different. And then you'll just take a little flat brush, just kind of do a little tiny bit, and I just side to side. And you can buff it out if you want, and just kind of drag it. Maybe a little bit right here on the brow. I'm a 2000s kid, so small brows and glitter is my thing. And then I'm gonna take the same highlighter and get it in here on the top and right there. Last but not least, we got the lips. Now I'm gonna use my Benefit. I like to overdraw a little bit. And what I like to do is to take a nude color. Everybody's preferences are different. And this is by NYX. And just kind of take it and like even dry it off a little bit. So it just gives the illusion you have like bigger lips. So go over the top. And then if you're going somewhere and you don't want your makeup to move around a lot, you can take a powder and just kind of tap that on there, just so it doesn't go anywhere. And it will stay. I get pretty red cheeks sometimes, so it's up to you if you want to do blush. So we're going to take an angled brush and go in Snapdragon with Becca and just go lightly right there underneath. Everybody's got a different order. This is the way I like to do it, depending on the day. And I'll just kind of barely tap the excess right up here just to give my face some warmth. And we are done. How do you like it? Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you subscribe and follow me. I will follow you back if you want. And let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Like this video and let me know if there's anything you want to see in the future. I do love hearing from you guys, so let me know. Thank you guys. Goodbye.